Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carlos, and I hope that everyone has had a fantastic start to the new year. And on that note, I've been doing some journaling and some reflection as to the year past. And also, in reference to my previous video, I wanted to create this one to sort of wrap it up in a more positive manner and see the light in the situations of last year. Um, so this video, I want to talk about 8 things that I did right for 2022. And the first one I already mentioned is that I journaled. And journaling to me has been something that I've been doing for a while. It started with my sketchbooks. I, in my classes, I would do a lot of sketches and practices, but I started also channeling my thoughts and also ideas that would come in for paintings or for projects. And I think journalism has been an outlet for me, something that has allowed me to um, reflect, see things from a third perspective almost, like kind of removed from the clutter that is in my mind. And I think that journalism would be something that can help you on your path as it has helped me. I always come back to the journal and I always reflect on how I've been feeling in previous entries, and it's nice to see the evolution of me from the past and kind of acknowledging, like, holy shit, like, this is where I was in that particular time. Another thing that I'm proud of that I did right is that I was able to reflect on my part in the downfall of my previous relationship. I think with, being accountable, I've been able to acknowledge that there were many mistakes that I made, and I contributed to a big chunk of the fights and the chaos. So I've definitely been reflecting on how I can improve and also having difficult conversations. So obviously I had to have a difficult conversation with my ex. We had to discuss how we were ending things, but not just that. On Christmas Day, I had an argument with my father, and it happened in front of family members. It was pretty much in their face, but I was pissed off. There was a certain level of disrespect that took place, and I was very upset. I pretty much lasted like about, yeah, from Christmas Eve, the 24th, through New Year's Eve. And I had a conversation on New Year's Eve because those days I did not speak to my father, and I was just very upset, like, being around him. Like, I felt like this tension, and I basically asked him to sit down, and my mother too, and I basically let them know that I was not okay with what happened. I've come to a point in my life where I demand respect from every single human being that I encounter, and if I don't get that, then we're not a match. We're not gonna vibrate. We're not gonna vibe on the same page. And I don't know, ever since that conversation, things have been really good with my family. The energy here has changed completely. Things have improved. I could tell that they feel lighter about the whole thing, and it was essential. It was really necessary for me to sit down and have that conversation. So if you are thinking of somebody that you need to have a difficult conversation with, I encourage you to do it, and not just for them, but do it for you, because this has been going on in your mind. You feel some sort of resentment, maybe some anger, maybe there's something you just need to get off your chest. At the end of the day, it's something that I've learned over time, is that it's so important to make people feel uncomfortable. Because if you're feeling uncomfortable, then at their sake, then you're putting someone else above you, and that's not gonna work. We are here to expand, grow, and be the best version of ourselves, so I urge you to do it for you. Like, truly Just think about what you're gonna say, but in the moment, just say it. Um, Sometimes like emotions might come out. You might feel angry, or you might get a little teary, but it doesn't matter. That person needs to know and understand that you are feeling some type of way. That's pretty much it. Let me check my other note. my fourth um my fourth thing that I did right was that I spiraled. And I owe this one to my cousin. She saw my last video and she sent me a beautiful message. Baby, I saw your YouTube video and I wanted to let you know that you deserved going a little loca for a while. 10 years with someone is a long time, and no one has the right to say how other people handle change, especially in light of heartache. Aislarte and desordenarte, which is to get away from, people, or to have a little chaos in your life for a little bit, was part of your process, and I'm glad you had a chance to honor it. Don't be so hard on yourself and embrace the change and evolution that come from new paths. I love you and I admire your courage and kindness, and I hope 2023 allows you to continue lighting the lives of those around you. When I tell you that that message touched my heart, oof, it's touching me again. I'm getting emotional. I'm getting goosebumps. But when I tell you that I needed to hear that, and I needed to acknowledge that my spiral was essentially a part of my process of getting through my emotions and the pain. And I want to thank every single person that was a part of my spiral, because it was fun, but it was also, I needed that kind of support, even though it was sort of, you know, on the superficial level in some ways. Like I needed that. And I also want to thank everyone who was there for the really profound and deep moments where I was, emotional, crying, etc. And even for those who were just there and present and being somebody in my life, taking place in my life that I could count on. So shout out to my cousin. And the fifth thing is that I started getting rid of things. So this was caused by the move. I moved back home with my family. I started getting rid of things that I didn't need, and even now with the new year, I'm doing some cleaning. My room is a little messy, but I'm starting to clean, and I'm planning to just get rid of things that I haven't used. I definitely want to learn more about minimalism and feng shui, and just trying to clear my space and make room for new things to come. And anything that, reminds me of the past, that has sort of like that energy to it, is gone. Like I need to just start fresh. The sixth thing that I did right was that I began going to my doctors. So before that, I hadn't gone to a doctor probably in like 2 or 3 years. And it's important to start doing so. Sadly, I've been, you know, faced with having a medical situation where right now I have a hernia and I need to get surgery for it. So I've had no choice but to go to the doctor and start getting that looked at. Seventh thing that I did right is that I continued my tarot. My spirituality in a way has taken a backseat. I haven't been reading as much about it, but I have been consistent with my tarot, and to me it's been guiding me. My mother hates it. Well, she doesn't hate it, I think. She just doesn't agree with it. But the cards have always guided me and told me, reassured me of what was already happening. There's never been a situation where they've made me make a bad decision. If I've made a bad decision, it's because I didn't listen to the cards. And I urge you to try a tarot reading. I do tarot readings. I haven't been doing them as often. I do them, but maybe now for the new year, if you guys want one, just message me and we'll set something up. Yeah, on that note, I actually did a reading last night for the year ahead and things to look out for, so it's very insightful. I definitely recommend it. And the last thing that I did right is that I began taking some risks. So even after my hernia, I began working out again, but I started reducing the weight and doing lighter weight and more reps, and rethinking the way that I see exercise as something not to be boastful or bragful about. You know, like I think now I'm not there for my ego. I'm there for me and doing things in the best way that I can possibly, evolve physically. And yeah, I just think my perspectives changed a little bit in terms of like going to the gym. I began dating again, so obviously I mentioned in my previous video, I'm currently with someone that is all around a great person, and I took a risk because dating nowadays is very difficult. Another risk was, well, part of the same risk is that I went to EDC, and this to me was a risk because I hadn't been to a festival in like 10 years, probably more. EDC was so much fun and it was beyond what I expected. The last time I went to a festival, I was, this is a topic for another video, but I was a little traumatized. I was like shook, and I promised I would never step into a festival again. And here I was going to a festival and immersing myself in the craziness, but it was so much fun, and I got to see so many DJs that I loved, and I was exposed to many DJs that I began to love, and I met people. It was just so much fun, and the fashion, the outfits, and my friends and everyone was just dancing and having a good time. I truly had a great moment there. Like especially with my partner, and I don't know. I feel like sometimes you just need to take risks and do things that are not the norm for yourself. Shake things up a bit for yourself. Don't just set yourself to a particular way of thinking or a particular way of feeling, because in the end, no one makes it out alive, and you'll be able to say, I did this, and this when you're older. And also just, I don't know, for the hell of it, like life is short. You never know when will be the last day. And so I think it's just, I'm not saying to blow your bank account, but I am saying to, yeah, just do something that's out of your comfort zone. Try doing that. Um, those are the 8 things that I did right in 2022. Some of them I'll continue doing in this year. And with that, I'm going to leave you. I please leave your comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Many blessings for the new year, and also let me know if you want a tarot card reading. We'll set something up. I'm not a pro by any means, but I can defend myself, and I can also read some of the symbolism, and I think it's also like a fun experience. So yeah, let me know if you want a tarot reading for the year ahead. All right. Much love, many blessings, and we'll talk soon for the next video. All right. Mwah.